So for the exposed zipper, you have two pattern pieces. One will be cut from fabric and the other one will be cut from the interfacing. All right, I also transferred my information to the fabric from paper by notching, and the other piece of information that I need before I move my pattern piece off of my fabric is this notch pivoting point for the zipper stopper. So I passed a pin through the corner and I will mark on the fabric at the root or like the bottom or end of my pin, and I'll do the same thing. So I'm removing my paper and then I'm dotting where the pin is piercing the fabric. So in this case I have the point on both sides. All right, and I notched, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to interface the edge that I'm going to sew. So this is like the seam that I'm going to sew. Once you have a pattern piece that is cut to, make sure that you have mirrored pieces. And the same thing is happening with the interfacing. The grainy side of the interfacing, the glue side, faces the wrong side of the fabric. So I will align it right there, and I will align the other side right there, and I'll go to the ironing board and press them in place. Once I press them in place, I will go to the serger to serge this edge before I apply my zipper, because again, this is the last time you have free access to this seam line. All right, as a straight line, so I'll just go in a straight line. When I come close to where the corner is, I will push the fabric out of my way, kind of crease it to straighten this edge. Right. If you need to raise the foot, you can do that so that the fabric is out of my way, and so it's as straight edge as it can be. All right, and then I'm going to stitch in a straight line. Okay. You will notice that the fabric got caught. That's fine. I am going just to interrupt this stitch to free my fabric so that it goes back to a right angle again. I'm not going to interrupt the whole thing, just the straight stitch that caused the issue. Okay, so that right now it's a right angle, and then I'm gonna do the other edge, the lower one. Okay, so I did this part. The other one would be the opposite, so I'm gonna start from the short edge. Flip the straight stitch that's holding the pleat to free the stitch, and then I'll trim. Okay, so I have serged both edges, and I'm ready to sew the zip. So I applied the interfacing and I serged the raw edges, all right, and now it's time for me to put my zipper together. Again, if there is any stitching that's kind of causing pleating on the fabric, you can clip this part. Okay, all right, and I'm going to stitch, I need my point. Ooh, it's gone because I ironed. So I'll trace my point again. And I'm going to stitch from that point down at 3/4 of an inch. Alright, so I'll come here and I will align my edge with the 3/4. So I will sew the seam allowance at 1/2 inch. I'll take few stitches, back stitch, and then I'll end up where this point is. One more, and then a back stitch. Alright, so I'll be right back. I'll press that open. So after you press, you will end up with a kind of rectangular shape. With kind of a triangular shape in here, and on that triangular shape is where we need to indicate where I'm going to attach the base of the zipper. So it's gonna be between these 2 points, okay? So now I need the zipper, okay? The zipper will be going in one direction and the garment is going in an opposite direction, and I want the zipper bottom. So the bottom of the zipper, this point over here, needs to be on that line and centered in place, okay? And you're gonna pin it in place and take it to the machine and stitch it. Okay, so I pinned it in place and number 2 stitch, and I am going to stitch at the base of the zipper stopper to my window. So the foot will be stitching right at the lower edge, and I'm gonna go from in line with my opening. Okay, take few stitches, back stitch, and then go to the other side, and you're going to stop in line with your other side of the opening. So one more, and then back stitch again. All right, so you attach the zipper to the bottom edge of the opening. All right, and then I'll take my pins and I'll flip my zipper to the inside of the garment. Okay, and then if you look closer to the zipper, you will see that there are lines that you can actually use as guides to center your zipper on the opening. Okay, so I'm gonna use this line over here, and I'm going to pin my zipper to the fabric, and I'll follow the same line until I end up at the upper edge. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. It seems to me that there is one stitch or so that I need to clip, so it's okay for you to clip that if you overstitched. And then now I can freely move and look on both sides to be as equal as possible, okay? And I'll pin, and then once I finish pinning, I am going to top stitch the zipper in place using the machine. Just stay on the same line from beginning to end so that your zipper is centered. Alright, once I'm done, I'm gonna take it to the machine and I'll do the final top stitching. I will start on one end and go all around top stitching the zipper in place. Alright, so the first one, aligning my fold with the left edge of the foot. Okay, take a few stitches, back stitch, and then proceed to aligning your fold with your guideline, and keep your foot touching the fold, the left side of the fold. And one more stitch, right, and then I'll pivot, stitch the lower edge until I get to the other end, and I'll pass my fold, and then I'll pivot again, keep my edge aligned with the left side of the foot, and then I'll keep stitching until I come out the other side. Back stitch at the end, and done. And here is your exposed zipper. Okay, easy, good. Okay, all right, so that's the zipper.